Hello everybody, I'm John Lunar Gamer, and today I have an EDH deck profile for you guys, or commander, for my Marchesa, the Black Rose commander deck. I'll start with the commander. She is a 4-mana planeswalker in Grixis. She is a 3/3 with Dethrone, which means whenever she attacks the player with the most health, she gets a +1/+1 counter on her. Her second ability is that all other creatures I control have Dethrone. And then her third ability is whenever anything I control dies with a +1/+1 counter, it comes back to my side of the field, not the controller's, my side of the field, at the end of the turn, which is ridiculously bonkers. It's not okay. I have all this stuff organized by what it does, so we'll get to the ramp. Soul Ring, Chromatic Lantern, it's just the best mana fixing commander. Obelisk of Grixis, Burner's Chart, which is the really only huge ramp besides Soul Ring, and Spectral Searchlight, which is just some politics. Then we've got Draw Power, Factor Fiction, Jace Beleren, Notion Thief, so that I can draw my opponent's cards, Skull Clamp, because everything dies in this deck. That seems really good. So I can get 2 lands, draw 2 cards. And Staff.
Thank you, Staff.
Thank you, Staff. Staff, and then just draws you a bunch of cards. And Ping Stuff, which is really, really funny with Goblin, whatever the hell his name is.
Sharpshooter?
Yeah. Because if they have just a bunch of X2s, you're like, alright, kill. I have 3 tutors in the deck. Diabolic Revelation, Diabolic Tutor, and Liliana Vess, who's really just a Diabolic Tutor that sticks around. But I think I need a Demonic in here. I have 3 counter spells in the deck. Counter Spell, Double Negative, which counters 2 spells, and Counter Flux, which counters the entire stack if I overload it. And then we're on to Removal, which is this. Making Bacon. I can exile any number of dudes equal to X, and then they get 2/2 pigs. Sever the Bloodline, Removal with Flashback. Tragic Slip, gives something -1/-1, but -13/-13 if something died this turn, and it's a sack deck, so something will have. Dreadbore, kills Planeswalkers. Eyeblight's Ending, destroys target non-elf creature, so unless I'm facing elves, it's just easy. Nexus Charm, gives something -4/-4, so I put it under Removal. Board Wipes, Blasphemous Act, gives deals 13 to everything. And Living Death, which is utterly ridiculous when I get a bunch of things with counters on them, and then everything dies, everything comes back, everything from my grave comes back. It's really, really dumb. Then I've got dudes. Just dudes. Things with Undying, stuff that automatically comes back with Marchesa, is really, really stupid. And then there's Thraxamundar.
It's going down.
And when we play Thraxamundar, he gets a counter whenever he has haste, makes your opponent sacrifice a dude whenever he attacks, and then he gets a counter. We have a song we sing when we play Thraxamundar, and it goes a little something like this.
It's going down. It's Thraxamundar. He's gonna make you sack your dudes.
Really good.
These are all +1/+1 dudes.
Yeah, all the stuff that gets +1/+1 counters. Olivia Valdarin, Ping Stuff, Take Stuff, gets counters to itself. Dark Impostor is removal, and he gets counters to himself. Necropolis Regent makes everything get counters whenever they deal damage, equal to the amount of damage they did, which is retarded. Exava gives everything with a +1/+1 counter. First Strike? Is it First Strike? Not Haste. Cool. Haste is ridiculous.
It has First Strike.
It has First Strike, yeah.
Mikey!
Mikey gives everything that's not human Undying, which is kind of not really helpful when she's a human, but it's really good with, Orc Assassins. That give everything a +1/+1 counter Death Touch. And then Draw's Messenger, which hits you for 2 when it comes in, has Undying. It's really good with the sack owl. Just do, dead. Speaking of sack outlets, we have a couple. Double Bombardment, pings you for 1. Grimgrin, he's hungry! He's so good. You just sack infinite amount of things to him, give him a bunch of +1/+1 counters, and then when he swings, he pops something. Yeah, that's so good. Just having these 3 out and going for you every turn because it comes back because of Marchesa, and then put 2 counters on it. Ugh, dumb. Carnage Altar, where you mana, draw a card, sack a dude. And Altar of Dementia, which is actually one of the win conditions of the deck. I just sack my guys and they all come back, so I just make you melee equal to the amount of power they have, I believe. Power? Yeah, so Geralt's Messenger's alright, play Geralt's Messenger. Comes in tapped. Hits 1 opponent for 2. Sack to Altar of Dementia, melee you for 3. Comes back in with Undying, melee you for 4. Marchesa trigger at the end of the turn, comes back. Just keep doing it until they're milled to death. Then we have stuff that triggers when stuff dies. So we have Obnixilis. Whenever a player searches a library, they have to sack a dude. He gets a +1/+1 counter, and then they lose 10 life. 10. Just 10.
Quarter your life.
Yep. Dictative Erebos and Grave Pact, they do the same thing. Whenever a guy on my side of the field dies, each opponent has to sack a dude, which is ridiculous when all my stuff comes back and theirs doesn't.
Especially with the next card.
Oh my god. Blood Artist. Whenever something anywhere dies, I gain a life, and
target player.
Target
Not
opponent.
each.
Yeah,
No.
whatever. Target player loses a life. Flare the Hatebound. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield from your graveyard, it deals its power to target player, which is ridiculous when it's like, deal you 4, sack it, comes back and then dying. Deal you 5, sack it, end of turn, comes back, deal you 4.
And if you bring anything back, it still deals the damage as long as it's there.
Correct.
Thanks, Dredge. Figured that one out.
Yep. Goblin Sharpshooter, same stuff. Every time something sacks, you just ping in the middle of it and do an extra damage. He taps to ping, and then he untaps whenever something dies. He does not untap during your untap step. Grim Harvest, whenever a non-token creature dies on my side of the field, I draw a card, which is fine, because that's everything. Whenever something dies, I draw a card.
Non-token.
Non-token. Whenever another non-token creature dies, I draw a card. Just so ridiculous. And Grave Betrayal. This card might be the best enchantment ever for this deck, ever. Better than Grave Pact, probably. Whenever something dies on my opponent's side of the field, it gets a +1/+1 counter and comes back to my side. So if it dies, I just keep it forever, which is ridiculous. And then I think this is like janky sweet stuff. Yeah, janky sweet stuff. The rest is just janky sweet stuff. Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. He's a 5-mana Planeswalker for 8. Or 5 loyalty Planeswalker for 8 that says +3, destroy target non-creature permanent, -2, take a dude, -9. It's like deal 7, they deal 7, they discard 7, and then they sack 7 things. Just crazy. Also, if you plus him, he goes to 8. What kills that? Dragon's
Downfall.
Hero's Downfall. Okay.
And Dreadbore.
Cool. I meant like dudes. 3 mana, tap it, put a counter on target creature. Saves Marchesa all day, every day. Dex Duplicate. It is a clone with Dethrone, which is really cool because it just comes back and then it comes back and then it comes back.
Doesn't it have haste too?
Yep. Yep, it's got haste. Mind Control. It's removal, except I get it. And then I put a counter on it with this, and then I sack it, and then I keep it. Marchesa Smuggler. I can pay Izzet and 1 to give target creature unblockable and haste. Charmworker Devils. At the beginning of my upkeep, I get back an instant sorcerer from my grave, which is all my removal. And then it gets +4/+0 whenever I cast one. Mercurial Chemister. Pay a blue, draw 2 cards, and tap it. Pay a red, discard a card, deal damage equal to its converted mana cost to a dude. Mark of Mutiny. Threatened, but it gets a +1/+1 counter, and then I sack it, and then I keep it.
Cheeky face.
It's so good. Cytoplast Manipulator. It has a graph 2, and then I can pay a blue and take something that has a +1/+1 counter, and then I sack it, and then I get it, I keep it, and then I sack Cytoplast Manipulator, and then he automatically comes back because of this, and he gets reset with 2 graph counters. Swiftfoot Boots. Equip, gives things haste and hexproof. Cruel Ultimatum. Target opponent sacrifices a dude, loses 5 life, discards 3 cards. I draw 3 cards, get a dude back to my hand, I believe. Yeah, from my graveyard to my hand, and gain 5 life. Rise of the Dark Realms. Everything from all graveyards goes to my side of the field. Then I put counters on them and I sack them, and then I keep them. Cyclonic Rift, because blue decks. And then the crappy stuff, the stuff that everyone plays land. Not exciting, but we've got River of Tears. It taps for blue. If I've played a land this turn, it taps for black. Dark Slick Shores, blue-black land. I have the 3 bounce lands, or the Kyra lands. The 3 Khan's Refuges. Apparently 2 out of the 3 actual refuges. 3 Guild Gates. The 2 Sack lands. Command Tower. Meridian's Core. Transguild Promenade. Opal Palace, which is really funny because you can just pay the extra mana with the Opal Palace and she comes in with a +1/+1 counter already. The Grixis land. Rupture Spire, which is just a Transguild Promenade. the Vivid Land, Bog, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 swamps, 4 mountains, and 4 islands. Anyway guys, thanks for watching my Marchesa the Black Rose EDH deck profile, and I'll see you guys later.